After many years of being very busy, all of a sudden our life came to a screeching halt. My husband and I had been traveling with our family of 15 to Jamaica, and we were home and had 3 weeks later shoulder surgery, went right into a heart attack, and then a stroke. And the process of finding a new life for he and I was very difficult.
My mom and dad, they were just so in love even after 60 years of marriage. And it's, I think when he died, I really didn't know if my mother was going to make it. She took sick and I found out she was going to a nursing home. I'm in Pennsylvania, she's in Michigan. I was devastated inside because I know that's not what she would want. I knew my dad wouldn't want that for her. I certainly did not want that for her because I knew there was still a lot of life inside of her yet to be lived.
See it? See it though? Yeah, go up that hill. It's real narrow going up in there. I run the limousine business, so I'm pretty busy with that. And I don't have any brothers or sisters, so I don't have any help that way, especially with taking care of my mom. She's had 4 strokes since 2001. This last stroke she had, it was pretty bad. I was out on a limousine run, so I was calling the hospital. I'm not getting any answer. So I drove down to the house to see what was going on. All the lights were on in the house. I didn't have a key at the time to get in. Her mail was still in the mailbox, but I thank God I was able to get in through the window, crawl in through there, and I found her laying on the bed upstairs. Mom, you okay? So I called 911, and the ambulance showed up, and we had gotten her over to the hospital and that. When I was bringing her back from the rehabilitation hospital, they were giving me options where I could put her in a facility for a nursing home facility and that. And I didn't want to do that because I personally don't want anybody putting me in a nursing home. I don't want to live my life, the rest of my life, that way. And so I just figured I'd take it upon myself to, as long as I stay healthy, I could take care of her. It's a lot of work. I do all the cooking for us. I wash all the clothes for us at home. It was tough because it's a big job taking care of a loved one because there's only so many hours in a day to do all this. Right now I burn the candle at both ends.
These real-life stories are the types of concerns that families call us with all the time. As the Executive Director of Valley Care Association, I'm very happy to say that a solution does exist. Our mission is to help older adults continue living at home by giving them a safe and caring place to spend their days. Our Adult Day Services program offers a variety of meaningful activity, the medical and social support that many seniors need so that they can enjoy each and every day. It's such an important service to keeping people out of nursing homes, to helping caregivers manage the burden of caring for a loved one.
One of the things that aided our journey was visiting Valley Care. A representative from the Area on Aging came to our house and asked if Clarence, my husband, enjoyed being with other people, and I said yes. So she encouraged us to come here. At that time, I was not very well informed about the problems with stroke and stroke care. So she explained to me that Clarence probably needed some time away from me, and I definitely needed some time away from him. And probably the first couple times I came, it was the most difficult for me because it was like caring for a child. I wanted to know that he had the best of care. The nurse here is so friendly, and when I do have something that's a little concerning to me, I'll mention to her that Clarence has been sick, and she'll go back over it with me and keep a little special eye on him.
And I try, when I talk to the families, to let them know that I have a wealth of knowledge that I can help them with if they have questions. If I don't know the answer, I'll help them find the answer. What I try to do with them first is just let them know that we really do care for their loved one. And that's what I want them to see. I like them to come in the beginning to kind of get an idea, and then they can get the feeling of us with the clients to see that we do have a good rapport. And if I could with Clarence, I would bottle his enthusiasm. Yes. Because you usually go up and say...
Valley Care has very skilled employees very open to suggestions that I have, and very aware of my husband's condition and makes him feel secure. I think that's the most important fact, that he enjoys coming. One of the big things that they enjoy is art class. I made a special effort one day to come in and tell the lady how much my husband enjoys it. We have many of the pictures hanging up at home, and everyone is challenged, and I think within their abilities, they're given some art project to do. Look at this. Isn't that nice?
He's amazing. One hand and he does it.
I can't say enough about all the things that have come to make my husband the person that he is. What are your feelings about Valley Care?
Excellent.
Excellent. That's a wonderful word. We're very proud of you.
Yeah.
The Department of Aging told me about Valley Care. I had the number. I knew that Valley Care and what it offered existed. Now I needed to make that decision, which was very, very difficult. I'd go to the phone with the number in my hand, and I'd turn and walk away. Probably 4 or 5, 6 times I did that. And I'm thinking, I can't do this. I've got to protect her. Nobody else cares about her like I do. And it had become just kind of a way of life. I knew if I made that call, then it was my responsibility to check it out, see if this was good for her. Finally, I sat down in my recliner one day and took the phone in my hand.
Hello.
And very fearfully made that call. I got Gail over to Valley Care, and I just poured my heart out to her.
And what I try to say to family members, and sometimes that's the only thing that wakes a caregiver up, that if you're so stressed, you know, you have a heart attack, if something happens to you, then what happens to mom and dad? Or what happens to your wife, your husband? Then who's going to care for them? Because the caregivers usually feel like they can do the best job, and they usually can do the best job. So if they can kind of look at that, yeah, if I can take care of myself a little bit or have a little freedom, then maybe I'm going to be in better shape to be able to care for them and take care of them longer.
And then when she said, and it would be good for you too, at first I was like, good for me? I didn't want to accept that, because then that would be another reason I should have mom going there for her good. So I was reluctant but willing. And when we went, Mother didn't want any part of it. Before we ever left, she said, I'm not going there. I'm not going anywhere. I don't want to go anywhere, because we'd kind of become each other's sidekick. But when we got there, that day they had music. And she loves music. They had us there for the day, and we had lunch there, and it was wonderful. Well, then Mom says, well, I'll go if you're going to go with me. That was our discussion on the way home. I said, well, Mom, I can go now and then, but I'm not going to go every day. Well, then she was going to go a couple days a week, maybe one day a week. And as she started to go, she loved it. She goes every day. 2 days a week, I bring her. The other 3, the bus comes right to her door and picks her up.
American Indian athlete, famous in both the Olympics and what were Billy Sunday's
When I go there to visit and have coffee, I almost feel like she thinks I'm intruding. And I'll tell you, it's the best decision, one of the hardest I ever made. But it's when I see her dancing and to hear her talk about social things, social life. I feel I'm a better caretaker because my mind is at peace when she's here. I can do what I need to get done, so when she comes home, there's really no stress. We just sit down and talk. And it's been super good for both of us. It's been a positive experience. And I pray that she can come here till the day she dies. I really do. That's how happy it makes her.
Well, I heard about Valley Care, and they had opened up a new facility in Moon Township And I don't look at it as a babysitting place or a place just to drop somebody off so they're out of your hair for the day. I think it's beneficial because it's a social scene for them. Things, they have exercise every day there also. They get to dance, they color, they have crafts, they bake.
Yeah, that looks good.
So it's real beneficial because they don't feel that they just have somebody sitting there babysitting them. They leave the place feeling good and happy because they did some activity, and it's good for them. It's good for the mind, it's good for the soul, definitely. Lifts the spirit.
My father, who I call Jim, is actually my stepfather. So there was an in-depth decision-making process that I went through. And so when he was committed to the nursing home because of my mother's heart attack, and she could no longer take care of him, and I talked to the doctor, and the doctor said that he would be fine if we all lived in one place and I cared for the two of them. So we all live in the same senior citizen building. And so without Valley Care, I would still be struggling to maintain and take care of him on my own as best I could. And him coming here makes all the difference, because if they were sitting together in an apartment all day by themselves, with my mother running around trying to take care of him and do this, and with him trying to, they wouldn't do near as well. But the fact that he thinks this to him is, he says he goes to work, and he's very serious about laying his clothes out at night for work, and he considers this work. He says, I'm going to work. Well, he worked all his life, and so by him coming to Valley Care, that brought back something in his life that he could be proud of, that he can get up and go every day like he did all his life, go to work. So to him, it's very important.
Which one is yours?
Yeah, so the green pot right here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you, this is yours.
Yeah.
This is Mommy's Mother's Day present?
How did you tell?
Oh, I won't tell her. You be bringing her home something from work. Yeah. The other thing that's real significant is because I'm female, getting him out of that nursing home and me having to put my hands on him, and I'm a stepdaughter on top of it. I'm not even one of the blood daughters, so to speak. Me and him with the bathing and the toileting, it was embarrassing for him, and it was hard for me trying to protect his dignity and not let him get hurt. Once I got him in a tub and had water coming on him, and hold on to the bar, I'm not looking, wash over there, and but we were managing, and I was determined to manage. But we were so blessed when we found Valley Care, and they let us know that they do showers, and they do shaves. Hooray! And I didn't have to do it. Any of that anymore. I was like, oh, yes. That's what I think is great. He comes home from work fresh every day. And plus he's engaged in life and what he did, what he's making. You can't buy it. It's just not, there's nothing for sale anywhere where you can buy a pill or anything that would take the place of the stimulation that he gets being here. And my dad not only has health in terms of he's wheelchair bound, but he's never had a heart attack, he's never had a stroke. So he has a degree of health that I knew that if he could get that freedom and get close to his wife, he would maybe increase his longevity. And from his physical last Monday, and he's 87, I wouldn't be surprised to be looking at the guy when he's 97. Thanks to Valley Care.